laid off twice, and it sucks. The silence, the shock, the fear, the shame. I've lived it all. And now I'm going to walk you through exactly what to do step by step so you come out stronger, smarter, and maybe even a little grateful. Be sure to stick around through the end of the video because I have a freebie for you. I saw layoff number one coming. I've been with the company for 10 years. I was burnt out. I was ready to leave. So when the layoff happened, I was relieved. I was grateful until the day after. That next morning, I woke up and I was lost because I had tied my personal identity to my job title. And all of a sudden, with that job gone, I wasn't sure who I was anymore. And in the middle of all of that identity crisis, there was silence. All of the coworkers that I had stood side by side with for over a decade were gone. And that's the piece that hurt the most. Layoff number two was completely different. Amazing company, amazing team. I loved that job. And then it was gone. And some experts compare the experience of a layoff with that of a really bad breakup. Layoff number two was my bad breakup. I literally was camped out on the couch in my pajamas with a pint of Ben and Jerry's. It was hell. But in both cases, I survived and I came out stronger. Step one isn't about fixing anything. It's about feeling it. It is okay to scream, to cry, to rage, to be confused. See, a layoff is a loss, and it is perfectly normal to grieve. So let yourself feel the things. It is okay. If you need to sit in your pajamas on your couch and eat a pint of ice cream, go for it. But you can't stay there forever. So set a time limit for 48 hours. Feel all the feels. Then it's time to get up, to step up, and to move forward. Before you update your resume, you need to make sure you know how long you can survive. So most of you would have gotten a packet from Human Resources with some details about your layoff. Go through that packet because it's got valuable information in it. But it also might be missing some key things that you're going to need going forward. So make sure that you have these items from Human Resources. Details about your severance package. Do you get one? How much is it? How is it paid out? Do you need to complete any forms in order to access those dollars? What happens to your unused PTO? Did you lose it? Is it paid out as part of your severance package, or is it going to be paid out separately? Health insurance. You need to get detailed information about COBRA. How long does your current plan last? What is the cost of a COBRA plan? And what alternatives do you have in order to maintain coverage? What about your 401k or your retirement plan? Are you required to roll those funds over someplace else? If so, what's the process? Also, make sure you have copies of any awards or reference letters or accolades that you've gotten during your time with that particular company. You want to make sure that you take those with you. And make sure that you apply for unemployment immediately. In a lot of states, the unemployment application process takes a long time. And the sooner that you apply, the sooner that you can start receiving payments. You're not the first person to get laid off, and you darn sure won't be the last. But you'll feel like you're the only one if you don't talk about it. Listen, I get it. You might feel embarrassed, maybe a little ashamed, but that silence isn't protecting you. It's isolating you. So here's how to tell your people without falling apart or oversharing. Keep it simple, honest, and confident. You're sharing news, not asking for a rescue. Hey, I wanted you to hear it from me. I've been laid off. My role was impacted in a restructuring. I'm working on the next steps, and I'll keep you posted. I'd really appreciate your support as I figure out what's next. You also need to share the news with your professional network, specifically with the people you're connected to on LinkedIn. So here's an example. After X amazing years at company, my role was recently impacted by company-wide layoffs. I am grateful for what I learned, proud of what I built, and excited to explore what's next. I'm open to opportunities and I'd love to connect. That's it. Do not bleed all over LinkedIn. Keep it professional, clean, and positive. You also need to reach out to friends who might be able to help you generate job leads. In these cases, a DM or text message is fine. Hey, quick update. I was impacted by layoffs at work. I'm starting to explore what's next. So if you hear of anything in the blank, I'd love to stay on your radar. 9 times out of 10, somebody knows somebody, but they can't help you if they don't know. Don't be scared to say it out loud. Rip off the Band-Aid. You're not broken, you're growing. And the sooner that you tell your people, the sooner they can show up, open doors, and remind you just who the heck you are. Now's the time to pause and figure out what comes next. Do not jump from one job to the next because you're scared. Take some time to strategize. Think back. What did not work well at your last company? What did you hate? What got under your skin? What drove you crazy? What did you and all of your coworkers complain about every single week? Now, take those reflections, grab a pen and a piece of paper, and make a list of non-negotiables. What going forward are you no longer willing to tolerate? Put them on that list. Maybe it's remote work versus in office. Maybe it's a specific type of leadership. Maybe it's a specific industry or job type. Figure out what your non-negotiables are, because that list will help guide you going forward. Before you touch a single job board, rebuild your brand. Yeah, you're going to update your resume, but it's more important that you update your story. Who are you now? So, what are you great at? What do you never want to do again? What roles have you totally rocked? Which roles totally drained you? And if you could do anything in this world and get paid to do it, what would that be? Do not apply for 200 jobs on Indeed. That is the fastest path to burnout. This is not a volume game, it is a value game. The goal isn't just to beg for any old job, it's to land the right job. Create a daily schedule. Example, spend an hour updating materials, an hour networking, an hour learning a new skill, and an hour applying for good fit jobs only. Reach out to 5 people a day, former coworkers, friends, LinkedIn connections. Let them know what type of job you're looking for. And don't forget to document what you're doing. I don't care if it's Notion, if it's a Google Sheet, I don't care if it's a pen and paper. If you don't document it, you won't be able to track it. Most of us tie our worth to our work. It's how we introduce ourselves, how we validate success, how we measure whether or not we're doing okay. So when that job disappears, it feels like we disappear. Your job was eliminated. You weren't. You have talent, you have value, you have purpose, even if a company lost sight of that. Let's recap. Feel it, but don't stay there. Lock down your money because you got bills to pay. Tell your people. Pause with purpose. Rebuild strategically and reset your mindset. You didn't get laid off because you weren't valuable. You got laid off because the system's broken. You're still standing, you're still brilliant, and you're still here. And friend, you still got work to do. Do not leave here empty-handed. Be sure to go down into the description and click the link to get your free guide to navigating a layoff. And if you are currently experiencing a layoff, I want to hear your story. Drop it in the comments below. Be sure to follow so you don't miss more tips on navigating layoffs, corporate life, toxic workplaces, and all the things.